UPSC is not like other exams. It's an exam that requires commitment, patience, consistency, and of course, understanding the fact that success is not final, failures are not fatal. It's the courage to continue which counts ultimately, and you would reach where you want to be, right? So it's important that you keep learning, you keep believing in yourself, and keep pushing yourself, because it's a long process, a tedious process, not a one-day exam. It's a 1-year cycle with preparation. You can say it's a 2-year cycle for a single attempt, and then the series goes on. So what is really important at this point is to understand that you are using a right strategy. In one of our videos before, we have understood the quick strategies to attempt in a proper way for your final prelims examination. Now, lot of students raise this question that how many MCQs should I attempt in prelims? So there is no fixed number that we can suggest that this is the number you should attempt, and this would help you get marks. If you look onto the prior trends, we have seen in the last 5 to 7 years, the cutoffs have been less than 100 out of the 200. That means less than 50%. So if you are confident about 50% of the questions and you are not attempting anything extra, then also you can succeed. But there can be a chance where you attempt 75% of the paper with inaccuracies, and then you turn out to be a candidate who has qualified. So the approach would vary for every candidate. But more importantly, what is important to understand is 2023 was the year that the paper was exceptionally difficult. 2024, the paper was relatively moderate. The cutoffs really went high because in 2023 we saw somewhere around 75 as the cutoff, which increased to around 87 in 2025. So there was a sharp increase which was seen, but that is visible only because of, not just because of the kind of the paper, but the kind of questions that are asked. So this time we can say the questions related to economics, science and technology, defense, space research are some of the key vital areas where major questions could be asked. But there is no fixed guidelines onto how many questions should you attempt, what is the way of attempting the question. So the sequence of attempting would vary. It would depend on your interest and your expertise in which you would go to attempt your questions. Also, don't just do blind guesses. Even if you are making choices, if you have doubt between two of the choices and you are selecting one that's relatively better, rather than just doing a blind guess of the 4 choices and marking something, that would rarely turn out to be a correct answer, right? So you have to be very vigilant which questions you are sure to leave. You don't know a ABC of that question, which questions you are doubtful, dubious about, and in which questions you are 100% confident, right? So either take it that ways or based on your subject expertise, but try to attempt the questions in a set format. Don't panic in the last minute. Make sure that your efforts are aligned in the right direction. There is negative marking. GS paper 2, CSET paper 2 is a qualifying paper, so that's a different story. For those who can actually achieve the qualification marks, there is no issue. But those who can do well with GS paper 1 and face difficulty with CSET paper 2 would have to be vigilant in that side also. But otherwise, our sole focus would be GS paper 1. Of course, as your exam completes, we would start solving the questions for GS paper 1 and CSET paper 2 and try to bring the solutions as soon as possible after the examination. So stay tuned on the channel for more updates from our side, and nation awaits your service. So prepare well, study well. Wish you all the best for your last minute. Thank you.